So I assume you all can see my screen. So in the last section, we cleaned up our data in SQL, connected to it, and built this dashboard. And we'll continue from where we stop. So we'll look at adding some custom design to this dashboard to make it look better. So I already have something I've done. I'll just let me share my full screen. Okay, so I have this, and I come on here. I have this, and then this is the last part. So I hope I have enough time to go through all of this. So back to my Power BI dashboard. So you're looking to answer 3 questions. So the first one was, what is the current market demand for our products, and how does it vary? Getting some background noise. So kindly mute yourself if you're not saying anything, please. So the first question was, what is the current market demand for our products, and how does it vary by region? Then also, what is our current sales performance, and how does it compare to past performance and industry benchmarks? And the last one is, what is the customer satisfaction and loyalty level, and what action can we take to improve it? So for this first sheet, this answers part of the first and second question. But if you compare this to what I have here, you see that I've made some changes. So I changed the arrangement, right? So you can see all those cards, I brought them to the right-hand side, and I added some trend lines, right, to show you how they are changing. So I'll try to do this. So I come on to my canvas. Let me check something. Okay, cool. So what I'll do is I'll move this chart to the left-hand side. I'll try to make space for the card visuals. So I'll bring this to the right-hand side. I'll do the same to all this also. So total orders, bring this down somewhere. And then sales, I'll bring that here also. And then profits, I'll bring that here. So I think I took off profits. Yeah, I took it off. And I left profit margin. So there's similar metrics. So I took off profit. So I'll remove this. And I just stick with profit margin. So profit margin is just telling you what percent of our sales numbers are profits, right? So with this, you can easily compute the profit values. So I'll just make this a bit bigger. And same here also. Let me check setting. Okay, this correct. So for this total sales, profit margin, and total orders, I want the sizes to be the same. To have this, I want to have the same size, same width, same height. So I'll just come on to this. I'll click on the sales, right? I'll come on to this format your visual, the paintbrush icon, general tab, properties. So I see the height is 200, is 204. And just to save time, I'll just look at what I used here. So I think is 164349. Okay. So I'll make this 164. And I'll make the width 349. The same thing also. 164338. Same thing here. So 164 and 338 also. So I need space. I'll just move it up a bit. I think it should work now. 164. Is I'll click on so in Power BI, right, you can use some built-in tools to help you format your chart. So I hold control, right? Click on all the charts one by one. Alternatively, you could just highlight the 4 charts, right? And they'll be selected. So I just highlight all the charts. They should be selected. I'm missing the first chart. Yeah, cool. So what I'll do is I'll come on to the format tab. And when I come to align, I can align all the elements to the right-hand side. So they'll all be on the same straight line. And I can also choose distribute vertically. So it means they will have the same space, right? Equal spaces between each element. So I could choose this also. So they all have same space, and then just bring them down. Yeah, cool. So what I can do is bring in an area chart. So this sales, I'll come onto my field pane measures, and I'll bring in sales. So sales will be on the values on the y-axis, right? Yeah, and then I'll come onto my date table. I'll use the quarter field, quarter year. But if you look at the fields, right, Q4 2022, so it's not ordered, it's just random 2022 Q4. So it's meant to start from, I think, 2020, Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4, 2020, and then Q1. So I need to sort this, right, by a numerical column. So I click on quarter A and I'll come onto this top right, the ellipses here. So I come onto the top right, this ellipse is here, right? So I come on there, I click the ellipses. No, apologies. I come on here rather. This sorts one column here. This is what I come on to. So I want to sort by a numerical column, quarter. Let me try if year would work. Sort by year. I'll do the sales again and see if it's correct now. So I bring in sales to the y-axis. Yeah, I think it's correct now. So I can see Q1 2020, Q2, Q3, Q4. Yeah, cool. So next thing I'll do, I'll come on here. I'll put off the axis. So put off the x-axis. Come on to the y-axis also. Put the title off. Put off the y-axis. So I just want the chat. And next thing I'll do is so I'll come on to format selection pane. So this card visual is a sales card visual. I'll just make it smaller. Right, it should just be somewhere here. And well, these I come on here. I'll make the value small. Let's put 30. Maybe 26. And same with the title or label also. I'll make this small. Let me do 9. Um, area chart, I'll put the title of it. Let me do. So I need to console what I have here. This, okay. Let me just take all these. Um, maybe this 10. Downstairs, cool. So I can still see the title on the x-axis. I don't want the title there. So put the x-axis on. Put the title off. And then put the x-axis off. Okay. So cool. This looks like what I want. So I choose the card, hold control, choose the area chart, right click, and I'll group this. So I'll group these elements together. So what I can do is I'll just duplicate this. I think it makes it easier. So I'll make 2 copies of this. I just need to change the values instead of doing this all over again. Let me see. So I come on here, this profit margin. So click on this twice. So this is the area chart, quarter year total sales. So what I'll do is I'll just take off total sales, and instead I'll come to the fields and bring in profit margin, which is this. Same with the card also. Click on this twice, total sales. I'll take this off and I'll bring in profit margin also. No, profit margin. Yeah, cool. And lastly, same thing here. So click on this twice. Yeah, so I'll take off sales also, and I'll bring in the total orders. Same with the card also. So I come on here, click on this, take off sales, bring in total orders. Yeah, cool. So this looks good. So yeah, I have the map. So I have the map here and this here, okay. So just bring this on right here. Mm, I drag the value. You see those red lines. Um, Power BI tries to help you um, align your elements. So let me see. So for this chart, I don't need to have the title on the x-axis. Same with the y-axis also. So I'll take those off. X-axis, I'll put the title off, and the y-axis, put the title off also. I think I'll just put the y-axis off there. And then for this map, I'll change the settings. I'll make it dark. So style instead of light, I'll have a dark design of this. Yeah, I think I prefer this. And I'll just make this title a bit more descriptive. So year-on-year growth and total sales. Yeah, I think that's okay. I'll just delete um, the other parts. So by the x-axis, you can tell that it's by date. So no need for those extra values. So what else do I want to do here? So this bar chart, I'll come on here also, and the x-axis, I'll put off the title, put it off, and put the x-axis off entirely. The y-axis, I'll put off the title also. So for this table, the total, I don't need the total here. I'll take it off also. So I'll come on to totals and put that off. What else? What else? Let me see. Okay, so currently for our data, we have just January for 2023. So because of that, I'll exclude 2023 from this page. So I have filter on this page, right? I want to filter out 2023. So I'll come to the date table. I'll bring in year to this field here. And currently you see advanced filtering, but I don't want this. I'll click on this drop down and I'll choose basic filtering. So currently these are all the years that are available, right? So select all, but then excluding 2023, because we just have only 1 month data. So that is not really it's not really balanced, right? So I'll take out 2023 and just leave data till 2022. Let's see what's my start. So I'm changing the decimal places to 0 places, right? So I click on the measure and it comes onto this column tool. So I'll just click on 0 here. Okay, so I will just do this again. Um, choose this element, hold control, choose everything here. Right, before I do that, let me just bring this out a bit. So format, what we did previously, I just did it again. So distribute vertically and also align, let me align left. Okay. So I have equal spaces. Yeah, cool. So same thing here. I'll just choose all those elements here and align them to so format, align, top. And I'll choose this, and this, and align bottom. This one more time. And not distribute vertically. Yeah. Distribute horizontally also. Yeah. I'll take all the slides. Cool. So this looks the elements look aligned, they look aligned, right? And I have um charts that answer the questions that I'm looking to answer. So how do we go from this to something like this, right? So you can add your colors and shapes in Power BI, right? But personally, I prefer to use PowerPoint. So you can use PowerPoint, you can use Figma also, and other similar tools to create your background. So what I'll do is I'll come out to PowerPoint. I'll just create a new, let me open a new page, right? A new slide. So a new blank slide. Yeah. So the first thing, right, before you start designing your reports, first thing you want to figure out, right, is the color that you would like to work with. So what color would you use for your design? That will influence the choice of your chart colors, background colors, etc. So if you come on, I'll come onto my browser. So assume you can see my browser, right? So I'll open up, okay, I think I have it open somewhere. So this is a platform called colors.co. So when you come here, you can choose color templates, right? So instead of randomly choosing colors, it's best you have like a template you're working with. So these tools, they are useful in that they give you color templates, and these are colors that blend together. So oftentimes than not, you have a report, right, where the colors complement each other. So for example, you can come here and search for a color, maybe red, for example, and I search for it. You know, so when you come to the platform, colors.co, this is what you see, right? This. So I come down to, so you could choose start generator, gives you a random template. But when you come to explore trending palettes, so when I open this up, you'll see a search bar where you can put in a color. So you can put in your color code, name of the color, etc. I put in red, for example, and I hit enter. So it generates templates, right? So here you can see several templates that go with the red color. So you can come on here and choose whichever template you want to work with. Right? There are several of them. So all these are colors that go with red. So you can use all these in your chart, right, for different things, and they will all blend and make your reports look good. So another platform is Canva, right? So the same thing here, right? You can come, maybe pick a color on this wheel, for example. And when you scroll down, you see different kinds of combinations. So complementary colors, right? You have this green, you have this purple, and you can choose monochromatic, for example, just one color, right? So green and light green, and I could choose an analogous, for example, and I could choose triadic, right? So there's three colors that complement themselves. So you have two extra colors that go with green that you can work with. And lastly, I could choose tetradic. And these are four colors, right? I can use in your design. So for this report, right? I experimented with different colors. If you look at my report, you see I have a report where I use this color. I have one where I use a different color over. So you can experiment, right? You just try different things and see the one that works for you. You don't have to build the report to the final stage, right? You just see different colors that work for you. So I wanted a dark color, right? Not black, but a dark color. So I went with this purple color. That's why I eventually chose. So this color, let me see. Let me see if I can get the color code. You know, let me do that in PowerPoint. Let me come in here. I want to get the color code of this color. Shape format, shape outline, more colors. I think there's the code. So this is the color I want to work with, right? This purple color. So if I come onto this tool, colors, for example, and paste in, so I'll clear this old search. I'll paste in that code I just put in, right? And hit enter. So this will generate templates, right? For the color I entered. What am I guessing? Just this templates. Yes, okay. Shape formats. Shape, yeah. Not shape colors. Here's the actual color. The one I took before was a light shade. So if I put this now, yeah. Okay. So I should have a couple of templates that I can choose from. Yeah, cool. So you have different templates that you can work with, right? So all these are colors that you can combine together and use them in your reports. So before I choose a template, let me first create the background that I would work with, right? So I come onto a blank PowerPoint slide. So what I can do is I'll try to make this background size to be the same as my report. So how I can do that is I come to my reports page, right? And I come onto this canvas background, canvas settings. So currently my height is 850 pixels and width is 1450. So 1450 by 850. For PowerPoint, I think it's in inches, the measure it. So I'll come on to the design tab on PowerPoint and I'll come on to slide size. And you have standard, you have widescreen. I'll choose the custom slide size. So here, right, I think it's inches, but I'll just put what I have. I think it's 1450. And instead of the inches, right, I'll put in px. And PowerPoint will translate it, right, to the correct inch value. Same way also, I'll come to the height. So I think it was 1450 by 850. So I'll put 850 here. And instead of IN, I'll just choose PX also and hit OK. Let me confirm. No. Yeah, just to. Let me just be sure I did the correct thing. So I've done the width. This the height is 850, 850 px. Okay. Yeah, cool. So the next thing I'll do is to insert a shape, right, for my background. So I come on to insert shape and I'll just insert a rectangle. And this rectangle, I'll just put it, I'll make it fill the entire background, right? Right stuff, just distracting me. So I'll make it fill the entire background. So for this, click on here's where I click and come to format shape. Yeah, so I'll make no line, and for the fill, just do a dark color. That's a dark color. So I could take our time to make it look cool, but then just do a dark color. And then I'll insert another shape also. So insert another shape. So this now is the actual shape where I'll put my elements. And for this, instead of a rectangle, I'll go for the rectangle with the rounded edges. So if you look at most of your apps, right, that you work with, that's the kind of shape they use, the rounded edges. So I'll just choose that also. And I'll insert the shape also here. So I'll click on this yellow icon, right, and just drag it to the left to make the edges really big also. And I think that is okay. I'll just drag this towards the edge. These also towards the edge. I think I think this looks okay. So now I'll put the color right that I copied. So here I'll use the gradient color. Gradient color. So when you click on gradient, right, you see these four lines here. But I want just two. So I'll just choose this and delete. Choose this, delete. So for this first one, I'll come on to color and I'll put in the color I copied, right? The code I copied. That's this 0D062F. And I'll hit OK. So I'll just drag this line towards this and there. Right. So this is the dark, I think it's the dark one, right? For this angle, let me make this angle 45. Yeah, 45. Right. And now for this second color, right, I'll use the lighter shade of this purple. So I'll just copy it from this place, right? Should have put it, copy it from here. From here rather. Color. Color. Yeah, here's the color. So I'll come on here and choose the second slide, all right, and put the lighter shade here. So I'll come on to more colors, right? Custom, just paste it there and hit OK. I think it's the same thing. Let me see. You know what? Let me just use this branch there. So this, I think this is where I got the color from. Yeah, so I got the color from. So I'll just use this. Mostly format shape. So just pay attention to the hex code, right? That's the important thing. The hex code I'm working with. So for the second color, I click on the color option. I'll use the eyedropper now. I'll just click this lighter shade. Yeah. And I can hide this picture for now. Yeah, Yeah, I think this looks okay. So I'll take out the line. I don't need the line I'm seeing there. I come on to line, no line. Yeah, cool. And then so I'll play around with some PowerPoint effects, right? So I click on this shape formats, right? Okay. And I'll come to shape effects. So you have several stuff, right? I'll just keep it simple. So I'll come to this bevel option and I'll just choose one of this. I think I can go with this one. So it gives it that pop effect, right? It's like an app. That's what I'm trying to achieve. Yeah, cool. I think I like this. So I can insert. What I'll just do, I'll just open my snipping tool and snip my dash. I'll snip the dashboard, right? I'll use that to get the actual shapes that I need. Yeah, cool. So I'll just copy this and bring it to PowerPoint. And I'll paste it here. I'll just fill it up, make it color shape I just created. Yeah, cool. Selection pane. So selection pane is very useful, right? So I can hide this picture, I can bring it back, right? So it helps me just design efficiently. So I'll insert another shape, right? And we just start from here. Just put exclamation. Yeah, okay. So we'll just change this color. Format shape. So no line. Yeah, okay, like this. The gradient color. So it of solid here, I'll do a gradient color, right? And for this, um, mm, Position 68, 6. Just send shape format, shape effects. So if you just play around and find the one that's best suits your needs, right? Next looks good. Let's go with this one. This, this. So make all these align. Um, yeah, so what I can do is so what we or just try to make all these align, right? If I highlight all this, so I click shape format, yeah, shape format and align, yeah, align left, and then align distribute vertically. Yeah, cool. I choose all these at the top also. Align top and then distribute horizontally. Yeah, cool. Choose all this, this. Align bottom and distribute horizontally also. Yeah, cool. So I can hide the picture. So one more thing I need to add, right? So if you look here, you see I have some icons, home icon, and this would like help you navigate to other pages. And this will open up sliders, right? So I'm looking at time. Okay, I'll just add them, just to show you how to do it. So insert, and I come to icons. So I'll search for home icon, and I'll use this one. Start. Then I'll bring one again, icons, choose navigation. Navigation. Mm. Mm. And then one more icon for this filter. So 1, 2, 3. I'll make the size 0.5. And then the colors also, graphic fill. And just make it white. Yeah, white like this. Highlight all the icons, align left, and distribute vertically. Yeah, cool. So this looks okay. So what I can do is I export this, right? So I'll choose file and save as. So I'll come onto the folder I want to save the files. So I can just put it here, right? And I'll save as SVG, scalable vector graphics. So this is high, it helps you retain it in high quality. So I'll just call this demo background. Right, yeah, and save. So it saves all slides, just this one. I'll choose just this one. And I'll come on to my Power BI file. So now I can come to the so click on a blank canvas, right? And then come on to the formatting pane, canvas background. So you could insert an image, right? So under the image, I'll click on browse and I'll go to the folder where I saved the file, right? So I think I called it background demo. I save that file again. Just somewhere here. I call it background demo, right? Background demo. Crazy.
I think you should select all files and let's see something.
all files.
Uh, oh, it's still
Yeah, I
not.
see the file again. Crazy. Yeah, I see the file again. Give me a second. It should be in that folder now. Probably background demo. No, let me just do it again. Exports. No, what am I doing? Save as rather. Power BI file. Come back here. Portfolio projects, images. Portfolio projects, images, SVG. Okay. So I'll probably background demo. Is that cool? And save just this one. Yeah, cool. So let's bring it in now. So browse, and this is my background here, right? Background demo. So I'll choose this and open. So I'll come on to image fits. I'll just choose fits. Yeah, cool. So all those images, I'll need to take off the background so I can see the effect of the design we just did. So I choose the map first, effects, turn background off, and the values, right? They had that text design. I'll just put the light color for now. I'll still design it. Come here also the same thing. Yeah, title. Make the font title light. And then effects. Put the background off. And all these values, just give them lights formatting for now. And legend, give it like a light formatting also. That's a nice formatting. So I think secondary y-axis. So background off also. Let's color also. Still arrange all this. Let's see. I copy the formats here and paste it here. That worked. I will make this right and make it label right also. So I copy the format and put that here also. this table, I need to get the color of the stuff again. Should have written this stuff down somewhere. Mouse line colors. So for the table, I'll come to column headers and the text, I'll make it light. Then the background, I'll put the same color as the background color of our design. Then I'll come to values. So for text color, I'll make it light also. Over the background, I'll use this color of the background. Alternate text color, light also, in the background color. Same with this. So I'm saying grid lines. I don't like grid lines there. So I come to the grid and put out. But I need to do all this stuff again. So come out here. Yes. With the background of yeah. So these pie charts, I took it off. And again. Just fits all these charts into shape and make them align very well. the title of area chart. Oh, is there everything? I think this looks good enough. So next now is the colors, right? So I'll work with. So I thought I had some templates here. So I think these all look similar. So let's go with the. I think they all look similar. So let's go with this template, right? So what we'll do is I'll come onto my report and we'll try to customize our theme. So I'll come to the view tab on Power BI and top left you see themes, right? So I come to themes. So you have several themes you can play around with, right? And you can also customize any theme that you find here. Executive theme. So I chose the executive theme. That's why I went to it, right? There are several of them here. So now this theme, right? Executive, I want to customize it. I want to put the colors I'll work with in this chart and also the fonts. So I'll come to customize current theme. I'll click on this. And Power BI gives the option, right? You choose 8 colors, right? So I think in total you have about 3, 6, 8, 11, about 13 colors in total. So by default, white and black is added to the palette, and you can now choose 8 colors, right? So that's 10 colors in total you can choose. Then you have colors of sentiment. Maybe negative values will be red, positive will be green, neutral, just like that, right? For your gradient or diverging reporting. So for these, I'll come on to this palette, right? I'll just click on this and copy the color. I'll come to Power BI, and for the first color, I'll just put that color here. And then same thing here, so I'll copy this color, come to Power BI and put that here. So Control A, Control A. And the next one, copy this color and bring that here also. And the next one, in this color, and copy this to the here also. These are original color, right? The color we used to generate the gradients. So I'll put that here also. And then lastly, we have the blue color. So I'll bring that to my palette. Put that here. So you have space for one more color. So I think what I would do is when I come to my PowerPoint slide, so there's a picture I used to generate. There's a picture again. You just bring it up here. So I'll just copy color from here. Picture format, picture border, eyedropper. So I'll just this blue color here. I'll just keep it. I think this is a turquoise color or something. Yeah, this, yeah. So picture border, more outline colors. So I'll copy this color, this light blue color. Okay. I'll use that to complete the palette. That's the 8th color. So I put that there also. So you have negative, yeah, red, negative. I think that works. So next for the text, for the general font type, Segway UI, that's okay. Font family, Segway UI also. Just use the same font throughout Segway UI. Ads and KPIs, Segway UI also. And then tab headers, semi-pro, yeah, that works. So visuals, let's leave all these as default and hit apply. Something. EM ones, that's why I used to EM ones. Yeah, so let's choose colors that will work with. So profit amounts. So now when you come to your formatting pane, right, and you go to colors, for example, so this is my bar chart, right? I come onto the bars, for example, and go to the colors. You see that what by default you have white and black, right? Then the rest are all the colors I added. So all the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. These 8 colors, I added them, right? And you now see different shades of all the colors. So you can work with this, right, in your reporting. So profits. Let me try this light color and see. Yeah, this looks good. So profit margin, the same color also. So wherever you see that color, right, it refers to profits. That way, it makes the report easy to read. Same color also for profit margin. And I'll just make the shade area 30%. Yeah. So for sales, so on this chart, right, the line is sales, while the bar is year-on-year growth. So for sales, what color should we use for sales? So let's check our palette and find good color. So no, these columns, lines rather. So these sales, right? For the lines, come to colors. And here I'll choose so for sales. I think that the color there is a good one, right? Let's stick with that color. So for the when you're creating your report, right? The colors that work best for you, just choose those. So I think that color is a good one. And then for the year-on-year growth, let me use this blue that I brought in. Yeah. So this bubbles, they represent sales, right? So the same brown color that we use now. So bubbles, colors. I think it's a brown color. So if I see the brown color, that's sales. If I see this light color, that's profit. And then so this line here, the same brown color, we use it for the sales also. So the lines, and I come down to color. So I'll choose this brown color also. And then the last one is others. So what color should be used for others? Let me see. So lines and come down to colors. This is dark blue. Let's do something. So the same with the transparency, just come in here and make the transparency 30%, shade area transparency 30%. You can get to this looks okay. So I'll make a new page, right? So I'll call this page, I'll call it sales overview. So for this text box, put the background off and change the text to light color and make it smaller, probably like 20. And bring it down. Yeah, this looks okay. So for this second question, right? The third question rather, customer retention. So you look at this report, right? I have like a heat map. So here, right, you can see the cohort months. They're just showing you for each month the people that came in that month, right? And then over time, how many of them bought something the next month. So for example, in November 2021, right, the guys that came in that month, the next month, only 1.5% bought something. So if there are 100 that came in, for example, only 2 people bought something. Then in the next 2 months, only 6% of these guys that came in November bought something, right? Just like that. So you're tracking the performance of those guys. For example, now this January cohort, for example, they bought something in January. None of them bought anything the next 10 months. And then the 11th month, one person, I think 0.5%, maybe, depending on the number of the cohort, bought something, then 5%, then 4%, right? Just like this. So you could also have another table that shows the actual number of customers, right? If you want to. Instead of percentage, you can show the actual number. But I went with percentages. So this is just showing you a cohort, right? For each cohort, how your customers are, their behavior over time, right? And this helps you to so I could add a slicer, for example, that shows you by region, by products, etc. But I just kept this simple. So this the chart, right? We try to do this. So for this, I made the table in SQL. So I'll open my SQL Server Management Studio, and I'll show you the script that I used to create the data model. So I'll put the script in the description of the video when I upload it, right? And you can use that to actually recreate this. But I'll just go through it quickly. And while that's loading, right? So if you come here, you see that I have like a home page, right? So when you come here, you can then navigate to other pages, for example. So I hold Control and click here. I come here. Okay, I think the database is open now, so I connect. And databases, adventure works data reference, new query. So let me just use let me open the query I use for the stuff, SQL scripts. So you see this script called customer called SQL. So I'll right click and open this, open with SSMS. Yeah, so here, right, I made a view, right? And this view, the SQL is kind of complicated, right? But essentially, I just created a model that has the products country, the number of customers, right? So final table. So it has the months for it, the months, right? So every month, the people that bought their product for the first time in that month, it captures the month, right? Every cohort. And then you have the year, the month number, and then the number of months. So month number is like, for example, 10 people bought their first products in January, right? 1 month after, we'll capture the number, 2 months after, 3 months after, just like that. So I also have the product category, the country, and then number of customers, and then of those customers, how many of them you retained? How many of them came back the next month to buy something, right? And then I also have a percentage, right? So I express these values, the retained and total as a percentage. So this is what I'm bringing into Power BI. So to do this right, I'll need to update my Power Query code. So I come onto the Transform tab, and here I would connect to SQL Server again. So new source, new source. New source, and I'll come to SQL Server. So here, right, once you open this script, right, you run the script. So I already have the view created, but what I'll do is, let me just drop the view. So let me drop the view executes completed. So If I check this database now, hope it doesn't take time to open. This database now. Views. Taking time to open, but what I'll do, I'll just run this, right? So execute this script, and it says commands completed successfully. So if this views opens up, right, I expect to see this created now, yeah. So you see it right, cube customer cohort monthly, cube customer cohort monthly. So this is what I'll connect to in Power BI, right? Once you run the script is created, then you come to Power BI SQL Server connection. And here, what I'll do is I'll get my details, right? Just disconnect from database, connect again. So I'll copy this server name and bring it into Power Query. So I put that database optional. You can put the name if you want to, right? But I hit OK. I'll just choose the name from the navigator. So I come to my database DW2019, and this is my view, right? Cube customer per month. So I'll choose this and I'll hit OK, bring it into Power BI, into Power Query rather. It's taking time. What is loading? Let me just show you guys how I got this home screen, right? So if you come on to what's the name of this platform again? I think it's Pixabay. That's the name. Yeah. So pixabay.com, right? When you come to pixabay.com, you have royalty videos on the platform. So a lot of royalty videos. Pixabay, you know, Pixabay/videos. Yeah. So you can search for anything, right? So for this one, I search for skyscrapers. And you see a couple of videos, right? Soundscraper video. They're all royalty free. So you can check them out and find the one that you want to use. And I also tried using bikes also. So this company is about bikes, right? So you can search for bikes also, for example. And you see different videos, right? Depending on how creative you want to be, you just find a video that suits your needs. But then for this is the video I went with, right? So the video is somewhere here in my downloads folder. I think. Yeah, this video I went with, right? Skyscrapers. This one here. Skyscraper something, something, something. So it's a video, right? You can't bring video into Power BI. You need to make it into an image. So I come to this platform, sgif.com. So it's a GIF maker. I can convert videos to GIFs, right? So here you have video to GIF. I choose video to GIF. And I choose the file I want to convert, right? So I click on this. I come on to my downloads, and this is a video, right? I think skyscraper. This is a video I worked with. So when you choose the video, you just follow the prompts, choose your file, you upload your video. And once it's done uploading, all right, next thing you do is you see you see an icon to convert the video to GIF. So you choose that option and convert. Once it's converted, you then save the GIF file to your laptop. That's what you import into Power BI. So let me check if my Power Query stuff is downloading. Crazy. That shouldn't take time. I don't know why that's taking time. I think it's because my laptop is, I've been using it since morning. So I think that's the issue. A lot of stuff has, you know what, let me close my SQL server. I think I'm done using it. Server name, just copy from here. Still opening SQL Server. So commands to SQL Server, new source. Put this here. Okay. Like this is not converting, right? So once you have this, you choose convert to GIF and it starts converting under the hood. So back to Power Query. I think I stopped my server just now. Mm. Yeah, so this is converted to GIF file. Once you have this, you just save the GIF file. So you hit on save, right? And it saves the GIF file. So once you have the GIF file saved, then you come to Power BI and the same drill, right? You want to insert a page background. So I come to hit the formatting pane, canvas background, and image. So I browse. So I'll come on to my downloads folder where I save the GIF file. This is the GIF file, right? So I open it up and it's loading. So I think that file was quite large. I needed to compress the one I worked with previously. But then once it's done loading, right, the next thing is to fit it and take out the transparency, connect to this. Yeah, so the image is now added as a background. So we use my transparency to 0 and I'll change the image fit. Make it fit. Yeah, cool. So this is a background, right? And you can, what I can do, I can just bring in the logo right from this page. Just copy the logo and bring it here and paste this over here. So I think I actually stopped my server right previously. So what I would do is once you follow the step right, it should work for you. I think I stopped my server. That's why it's doing that like that. But once you follow the steps right, that I just showed you, connect to the server and um bring in the view for the customer cohorts and load it into Power BI, right? So you should have the table show up here. So this the cube, right? Once you bring it, just the same way you brought in other tables, right? You bring it into Power BI. So once you have it in Power BI, for this, I use the matrix, right? I brought in a matrix for this. So this is a matrix. And if you're trying to recreate this on your stock, you can just tap in the video chats and I'll try to walk you through it. But then it's just straightforward. The same way we brought in the other tables, right? You bring in the view you just created into Power BI. So once you have the view, and then I can bring in on the rows, I'll have the cohort month on the rows, my matrix. And currently showing hierarchy. Click on the drop down and just choose cohort month alone. So when you do this right, you might see maybe days and stuff like that. So if you don't want to have it as days and month and stuff, when you choose the measure, you just come on to this formatting, this box here, right? So you see different formats. So I think when I did it the first time, I was seeing Wednesday, March 14th, but you can just change the formats. So eventually I came and chose this one, March 2001. So I chose this, right? So these are the months, right? Different months we have data for. And then you see that I don't have data for 2020 here. So I filtered 2020 out in Power Query. I took it out, right? So in case yours is different, you can take out 2020. I want to just stick to recent years, the last 2 years. So 2020, 21, 2022. So I have the cohort month on the rows, and I'll bring in the percentage here, and the values, right? So currently showing as sum. Click on the drop down and just choose average instead of sum. And then you might see yours as numbers, right? So you click on the measure, and then you come onto this column tools, right? And click percentage. Then you click on this. It should now be in percentage format. And the next thing, I'll bring in the month number. I'll put down the columns. So I'll put month number on the columns. All right, okay. Percentage. Click on percentage column. Click on the percent icon here. Choose show as percentage. Next thing I did was to add conditional formatting, right? So the values, click on the drop down here and come on to conditional formatting. So I think I did for font color, but you can do for background colors, right? So font colors. So if you open up the formatting pane tab, and for this, I think I used so I came to this website, colorbrew.org, right? Colorbrew.org. So here you can really get good color palettes also. So I use this green, right? Light green, medium green, dark green for my formatting. So low values, medium values, and high values. So come on here, conditional formatting, font color. So for lowest value, more colors, I'll put in the light green I copied, right? I'll check the box, add a middle color, and I'll come on to this, copy the middle palettes, right? And paste it here also. So middle color, more colors. I'll paste the color there. And lastly, for the high colors, right? High values, more colors. I'll paste the value there also and hit OK. Change the background effect. Just put a dark color for now. I think it's a text background values. This one, what color they are using? Uh, I use the same background as the same background as the design. That's what I used. Okay. Yeah, values. That's even cooler. Yes. And, yes. Yeah, so you can see the formatting to this, right? But because of time, I'll just leave it like this. So you can see mine, right? I have something like this. So you can try to take off the grid lines. I think that's all. And also, I can just call this not script cohorts months. So once you have this, right? Once you have this, you can go to the same process, right? You add a title and then add the background. So you add the background the same way, right? So the good thing is that you don't need to start from scratch. You can just duplicate this existing background, duplicate it, right? And then you just change the shape to something like this. Make it fit your second page and just export it the same way. Put it in your chat. And when you bring it in, it should look like this, right? You have your report. So I'll just show us quickly how to create the navigation for one, or just this for one page, and then round up. So I come on to the insert tab, right? So you have a report, right? But then you can also make it more user friendly, like a web app. So insert tab, I'll insert um, a button, so a blank button, blank button. Let me just work with one and then duplicate it. So this is a button, right? I'll come down to style, and for the text, put the text on. I'll call this home, and the text will be there. And by default, the text should be nice colored. And I'll make it increase the font to maybe 18. Yeah, cool. So the default state, right, should be like this. And then put the border off. And then when you hover over it, right, when you hover your mouse over it, what should happen? Default. And by default, then just put the color. This color. Yeah, I'll make it transparent, 30%. Yeah, so this should be like this, right? The home tab, then Control C, Control V. And I'll just make one button for the second page, right? So this should be somewhere here. First page, that's home. And this one will be the sales overview. So style, I'll just rename this to sales overview. Make it be like that. So by default, I want the field to, I need to have the field, just be normal. 100%. Yeah, cool. But then when you hover over it, on hover, then the field should, so when you hover over it, right, it should have coloring, maybe 27%. And also the text should be bold when you hover over it. So this, right, when I hover over it, you see it's now changing, right? Yeah, that's what I want. And then, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So currently, there's no action tied to this stuff, right? So I click on this button and you have action. So I'll put this on. I'll come to the drop down here and type. I'll choose page navigation. And then destination. I'll choose the sales overview page, right? So now I hold control and click on this. And you see, right? It takes me to this page. So the same stuff, you can apply it and do it for the third page, right? When you add it. So I go to my this report, right? You see I have the same thing for the sales and customer. So you can add customer the same way also. Yeah, so I need something, right? This chart. So for this Fuller chart, how I added it was so if you come to this ellipses here, right? You have the option to add more visuals, to get more visuals. So when I click the option, right, it opens the marketplace for Power BI. So here you see different kinds of visuals, right? You can import them and do what you want to do. So this visual is called scroller. Scroller. So I click on this scroller and add it to my report. So I click on add, right? Add it to my report. Yeah, so you imported successfully, right? So I can add this to my report, click on it and break it down here. Just make it smaller and drag it to the end. So on these reports, I'll just show sales values, right? Current year sales values, absolute, and then last year sales values. That'll be deviation, right? That'll be the deviation. So just compare this year's sales by last year's sales for each country. So sales territory view, I'll bring country on category. So you can see, right, now it shows you for each country, the current year sales and the past year sales. So USA, right, current year 9374, last year was 9357. So I'll just take off the title. I don't need the title. Put it off. And put up the background also. I don't need that. On these icons here, right? The same way we did the navigation. So if I add a blank button here, right? For example, and I put that, I just use it to cover this home icon. And then I just put it here, put it here like this. So the same drill, I just do the same thing, right? Style. And when you hover over it, right, you should just change color. When you hover over it, on hover, you should change color to this color. But it shouldn't be too dark. So I should have some transparency, something like this. So by default, let's change the default setting on hover. So on default, the color should just be transparent. Right, so fill should be transparent, 100%. Yeah, cool. I don't want the outline. So style, we'll put the outline border off. And then we'll give it an action, right? So action, put it on. And just make it right, the same thing, right? So page navigation. And this time you should go to the home page, right? Home page. When you come on here, I hover over it, you hold control and click on it. Right. So it takes you to the home page. So when you do the same thing for the third report, right? Should look like this: home, sales, customer overview, right? So I have the home page, sales overview page, and the customer calls page, right? So let's assume you're done, you're building, you have the reports that answer all the questions, right? This, and this. So the final stage is just publish it to the Power BI service. So for this, right, once I have this, you can see I'm signing into my account, right? So I think last time I checked, you need to have a student account or work account for you to be able to create a Power BI account that can log into the Power BI service. But then Microsoft offers a free program, right? Where you can sign up for 3 months. You test out all their services. So you can create an account. So I'll put a link in the video description when I post it, right? You can check that out. But then once you do that, right, you create the account, you have an email assigned to you, right? You can use that email to log into Power BI. And then once you have your report, you sign into Power BI on your desktop. And once you're done building, right, I come on to publish. So I click the publish icon and it asks me, unsave your changes. So I'll choose save. And once you save your report, right, it then opens up a tab where you can choose the workspace you want to put your reports. So in Power BI service, right, workspaces are like containers where you can put reports and you add people that you want to give access to that report on that workspace, and they can access the reports and consume the information, right? So currently I have just my personal workspace. So that's what I'll choose, right? It's my workspace. And I hit select. But if you work with a company, right, maybe you've created several workspaces but you're part of other workspaces. You see those also on the list there. So it says publishing to Power BI, right? So it should take a few seconds. Once it's done publishing, you can open it up and view your reports. While this publishing, anyone have any question? Once this publishes, just round up. I have a question, you can type in the chat or you raise your hands. Have the powerbI.com.